Hello guys, I hope everybody is doing great. We are looking at Q&A session, okay, related to FRM, CFA, SCR or any other exam that you're planning to give, okay. But before that, can I get a quick confirmation on chat if you can see me, hear me and see the screen properly? Can I get a quick confirmation on chat from people? Is everybody able to see me, hear me and see the screen properly? Raghav, are you able to see me? And the voice is clear? Right? Okay, perfect. So all the students who are now who going to be who have any queries with respect to the exams, they can post it on the chat section and I'll also address those queries. How to prepare, what should be your strategy, when should you start preparing for the exam, all of this, any exam specific queries that you might have. Okay, so I'm answering the first query which I see on the chat section, Raghav. Okay, so the question is, out of 80 questions, how many questions should be correct in order to clear the FRM level 2 exam? Okay, so now when we talk about this, FRM level 2 has around 80 questions. So historically, what I have understood that if you score above 45 to 50, okay, you can take a ballpark number of 50, that should be a good number for you to clear the exam. Okay, but your solving of the questions, okay, should be more from the market, credit and operations because they are high weightage. So obviously when you're saying 50 questions, most of the questions should be from those books. That is how it is going to help you to clear the exam. Okay, so Raghav, I've answered the query. There's somebody who's asking in FRM part 1 how many questions we need to answer correctly to clear the exam. Okay, so FRM level 1 has around 100 questions and out of that roughly 60, 55 to 60, if you're closer to 60, a good chance that you will clear the exam. In July, I think so 2021, when the first time the online exam happened, so at that point in time, a lot of students were able to see their score after the exam. So there were students who got 50. They saw the score of 50 and they were also able to clear the exam. Okay, so but right now, I think so it should be more about around 60. That is good number to clear the exam. Okay, but suppose you are solving mock papers and you're getting lesser number. For example, you're getting around 55, 53 as a correct answer. Don't get demotivated because in the actual exam that number can slightly go up. Okay, so there I have answered the query. I think so somebody else asked a similar query for the FRM part 1, approximate passing score at an overall level. Okay, any other queries guys? FRM, CFA, SCR exam? CFA level 3 in Feb, what advice you would give for me, like I'm giving August or next Feb? See, overall, what I have seen is the Feb exam is much more higher chances of clearing because they generally give a good paper and the pass percentage is also good. For CFA level 3 explicitly, okay, my suggestion right now for August is a very less time. So you should definitely go for next Feb. Again, there's going to be slight change in the portion and there's going to be the additional professional pathway that will add, but I don't think so that's a major issue. But you will get good amount of time for preparing for the exam because the content is way different than what you see for CFA level 2 and level 1. Okay, it's at a very different level and you will have to read a lot. It's more theory also. So you have to read a lot the content from the book. Okay, so I have answered the query. So my suggestion, go for next Feb, do the preparation properly. Aryan, so answering to your query, what should be your score in previous year GARP 2023? I think so you're talking about the sample paper. See, actually, I've seen people scoring 46 also in the gap sample paper, but able to clear the exam. So my suggestion would be 50 to 55 is a good range that people generally score as compared to the GARP paper, because at an overall level, you will find out of 100 questions in the FRM level 1, I think so 30 questions will be tough, but the rest 70 is manageable if you have done the content reading properly. Okay. Dheeraj, I can't see the percentile after the test. No, we are working on it. Okay, if you're talking about that, we are working on it because there was some issue with respect to the question bank access on the browser. That's the reason we had to remove it for the time being. Okay. Harsh, answering to your query, how much time do you need for preparing for the FRM level 1 exam? Okay. Now, when we talk about FRM level 1, if you're working, then ideally you need 6 months proper time. Daily you can contribute 2 hours. Weekend you can increase it to 3.5 hours initially, and then a daily 2.5 hours, and goes to around 5 hours on a weekend. That's for the working professional. If you're a college student or if you're not working, then you can complete the portion in 3 months also. Okay, because see, there are 62 chapters. If you take one chapter properly one day, if you have time, you prepare for it and you solve the question bank, then within 60 days you can complete everything ideally. So most of the time it is about the working professional. Okay, they need roughly around 6 months. I've answered the query. Harsh. Vishal, should we expect numerical question as well in the SCR exam? In the past exam, I think so there were like 3 to 4 calculation based questions. Weighted average carbon intensity is one question. Quick ratio is what we also saw in the previous exam. Then there was one more, interest coverage ratio. So there's a required reading for chapter number 6, okay, in SCR exam that has some amount of calculation. So please make sure that you solve that calculation. Hassan, I am answering to your query. So Hassan, I'll have to see your quartiles, the result for CFA level 3, and then only I'll be able to give you best strategy to prepare. Right now, only with limited information, it will be tough. So you can reach us on WhatsApp. In 1 or 2 days, we can I can guide you on the exam part. Okay. Answering to the next query, how many candidates appear for FRM level 1 exam? Is it competition very high? Yes. So competition is good, but see what happens. Not everybody is prepared that much. So out of 100, I expect like 60% students, or say around 70 maximum, they will be properly prepared for the exam. The rest 30%, they just appear for the exam, or they are not fully prepared. They have not done the full preparation. They have not solved everything. So if I'm saying anybody is prepared, he has gone through the full content. If he's watching a video lecture, so he's seen the entire videos, and he has also solved the chapter wise question. That is where I say that you're fully prepared. Mocks and sectional tests are just additional part. Your main reading is the content of the chapter and the chapter wise question solving. Okay. So I've answered your query. ACCA. Okay. What is the query with ACCA? You'll have to post a question. Kiran, I'm going through your videos again for GARP and have only 1 day before my exam. Kiran, are we talking about SCR exam? Yes. So you have scored around 52 to 60. It's a very good score. In mock papers, 50 to 60 is very good score, because out of 80, you are getting 52 to 60. Okay. Normally students are getting around 45, 50 likewise. Okay. Again, focus on the important concept video that I had already posted on the YouTube. Make sure that you have gone through those concepts properly. Chapter number 6, read again. Chapter number 7, read again. Chapter number 1, read again. Required reading, chapter number 6. Required reading, chapter number 6. Make sure there are formulas. You're comfortable with that. And GARP sample paper, if you have not solved, solve that also properly. And whatever concepts are there in the GARP sample paper, just read it once. Okay. Rishabh, answering to your query. Shabib, I know you want to ask query related to ACCA, but what is the query? I am not clear. So you'll have to post that. Okay. Next, Rishabh, sir, for FRM level 2, what should be the mock strategy? As in, how should we go about analyzing and improving mocks? So basically, you should be looking at it in such a way that you are basically going to look at the exam. You have to think it this way, that at an overall level, you have what is the correct answer, what is the wrong answer, and before giving the mock also, you should be able to analyze. When you're giving the mocks, actually you should be able to analyze which question you are more confident on and which question you have flagged. Okay, so when you do the analysis, you have to look at first what went wrong, next what all flag questions were there, or whichever questions you were not clear or you were doubtful, see what was the answer, whether you attempted the right answer or not. So that will give you an idea what was your calculated guess approach, whether that calculated guess is giving you a good answer or not. Okay, so that is one way to look at it. And you should also approach any mock, okay, be it FRM, CFA, SCR. That you suppose SCR you have 80 questions, or FRM you have 100 questions. These 100 questions are coming from some concepts, so you have to basically check that whether I'm good on those concepts or not. When you're revising, whether I'm good on those concepts or not. Okay, that is what ideally you should be looking at. Okay, Kiran, I have answered any last minute. I've talked about that SCR exam. How much correct answer out of 80? I've already mentioned about it. Roughly around 50. 50 is a good number. Okay, to get a good hang on what is happening with respect to the SCR exam. Okay, Vishal, if you are able to score closer to 60, then it is very good. But 50, 55 is a good number. End of Hassan, answering to your query, in level 3 I focus more on end of chapter questions and mock. End of chapter questions are good, but my suggestion would be you should do that end of chapter and also some additional questions if you are able to get. Okay, because level 3 is different ball game. Okay, because you have to also type your answer. So a lot of time what happen is when you go to the typing section, now you end up typing more and you end up spending more time. You have to be very concise. Whatever is asked, you have to just answer that. Okay, that is the trick in your level 3 for those questions. Objective, I don't think so there's going to be much challenge. Majority students fail in level 3 because of that writing wala test. Harsh, answering to your query, if now I start to study in May, can I give exam in Feb? Which exam are we referring to? Harsh, are we referring to CFA? Kindly mention that. Samlesh, for level 2 start with FSA is right. I'm assuming you're talking about CFA level 2. See, CFA level 2, if you are good in quants or if you're good in calculation, then my suggestion would be go and do quants, portfolio, fixed income, derivative fast. If you're good in the product section, if you're good in the calculation part, then do those because they're very easy to complete. And then you have to go towards the once you're done with these 4 books, then you can do FSA, definitely economics, and then you can go to the other books. But directly starting with FSA, I don't think so that is a good idea. Okay, and if you have a background of calculation, then definitely for level 2 you can start with these 4 books: quants, portfolio, fixed income, and derivative. Okay, Harsh, FRM is not having an exam in Feb. They have exam in May, August, and November. If you're starting now, you can easily go for November exam. I have answered the query. Akashdeep, need guidance for career to FRM. Currently, I am into small bank as credit manager, and will FRM help me to into credit underwriting and get me into big banks? See, if you're already into credit, you're already a credit manager into loan section. See, don't restrict yourself only to the credit area. If you're completing FRM, it will open up doors into liquidity risk management, treasury also, okay, market risk side. So do not restrict yourself. And in MNCs, multinational companies, you have so many roles which you have not seen in a retail bank. So I've seen people working into core areas. So I have a student who is working in credit risk, and that to an XVA desk, which is very niche work. So, and the compensation is also very good. So do not worry. FRM will help you to go into good roles, good opportunities, and good salary. Apurva, hello sir, in the last week of FRM part 1 exam, should we read all Swagger book again or the summary note See, summary notes are good, but what happens now, the more you read Swedger book, because in the exam they will ask you they will pick up one line or one small concept and they will ask a question on that. So generally I recommend is read the Swedger book entirely, fully. Okay, before the 2 days before the exam, just read. Don't take up anything new. Okay, focus on what you've already done and just keep on reading like that. Okay, Apurva, I've answered the query. Akashdeep, I have already answered the query. Harsh, I think so I've answered most of the queries. Any other queries, or if I missed answering anybody, you can repost the query over here. Anything else, guys? Dheeraj, okay, while revising liquidity risk, I'm not able to recall any point. So Dheeraj, it is not only with liquidity risk, it is with all the chapters of FRM level 2. Okay, the reason being FRM level 2 is so vast. Okay, because what happens, it is 103 chapters. So obviously when you read, you've read 3-4 chapters and when you move ahead, you're going to forget. So don't take that pressure. My suggestion, complete everything. That means complete one full question solving of all the 100 chapters, and then when you do sectional test, when you do mock papers, automatically you will have to revise. So that will lead to 3-4 revision, and then you'll have a recall. In the exam also, you might not be 100% sure on a question that, okay, this is the option. You'll not be 100% sure. You'll just recall that I have read something and I am able to select an answer on the basis of that. Right, Dheeraj? Is financial modeling really helpful for CFA level 2 preparation? For giving the exam simulation? No, I don't think so. That is going to be of any big difference. Okay, even for jobs, not every job requires you to have a financial modeling or that much requirement into equity valuation, very specific niche roles. So if you are aspiring to go into those roles, then only you should do it. My suggestion. For the exam clearing, even if you do not know financial modeling as such, you can still clear the exam. For FRM or CFA, what should we prefer? This is a very common question, because see, students, they have to take a decision like this. Suppose if I'm a working professional and I'm already like 34, 32, then I need a certification as an upskill tool to move to new roles or look at to get some new skill set. So now in this scenario, doing a CFA would be like 2.5 years of investment. So my suggestion would be, you can go for FRM and do it fast. Okay, but suppose if you are an early professional, like a college graduate or 2 years of experience, then doing CFA is also going to be helpful, because you just started your career. Okay, so you will get a benefit also out of the CFA curriculum later on, because you're completing it way early. So this is one criteria that people look at. Okay, at what stage of my career I'm into. This is one criteria. Second criteria would be which role I want to target. Say for example, I want to target equity valuation, I want to target fixed income valuation, I want to target research, investment management, then FRM will not help you. CFA will definitely help you. Okay, but if you're planning to go into investment banking, both certifications are good. If you're planning to go into risk management, core treasury roles, core compliance roles, then CFA might not be that much helpful. FRM will be helpful. Okay, so that is also one criteria which a lot of people has, that what is the job opportunities that I am looking at, which career opportunities I am looking at likewise. Okay, so I've answered the query. Akashdeep, how FRM credit risk is different from credit underwriting? It is very different, because in credit underwriting you're only looking at the loan related risk. Over here they're talking about OTC market risk. Okay, and explicitly talking about the transaction, the trades that people, institutions are taking, like for example a swap trade or forward contract, FRA, and in that contract what is the risk, credit risk, and how do you manage that? So it's purely on the basis of OTC market that you see. There is also a chapter related to country risk, core counterparty risk, So it is way different than the credit underwriting. Okay. Samlesh, for level 2, read CFA level 2, huh? Read Swagger book entirely, but solve CFA Institute questions. CFA Institute questions are way tough. When you go to the actual exam, you will find the exam very easy. This has been my experience. Okay, this has been my experience. And if suppose you have already done FRM, or even if you have done FRM level 1 and you're going for CFA level 2, you will find CFA level 2 easy, because FRM is more calculation driven. Okay, I have answered the query. Any other students? Vijay, sir, for FRM or CFA, I am a PSU bank clerk, 10 years of experience, age 40, heard of long hour of working. No, it is not like that. See, I have worked in investment bank. It is not long hours. It all depends upon which role you are entering into. Okay, which role you are entering into. Okay, if you are going into role which is more front end, okay, if you're going into role which is more front end, then my suggestion, obviously it's going to be long working hours. Okay, but there are so many opportunities, so many roles within risk also. Okay, within core finance controller roles, FP&A, then you might not be asked to work long hours. It is definitely going to be better than a PSU bank. I can be 100% sure about it. The work-life balance is good. Okay, the compensation is also good. Vijay, I've answered the query. Samlesh, if I have not been able to address your query, you can repost it. Hassan, I found CFA level 3 tougher. See, end of chapter questions, okay, is just a guideline. For CFA level 3, that's the reason I said do end of chapter question and do additional questions, whichever is possible. For level 3, don't just rely on institute question. But for level 2, yes, you can rely. I hope I've answered the query. Any other query? Any other queries, students? So SCR exam is right now going on. Next month FRM level 1 will start, then level 2 will start. For FRM students, we're going to be doing a MAR revision. It's not a crash course, okay? It is not a crash course. We're going to be doing it from 1st May. So I'll just pick up the book and I'll pick up few important concepts and I'll just quickly walk you through that concepts. It's not a crash course, okay? So it's a MAR revision which we're going to be doing from 1st of May. Okay, it's going to be an 8-day session, two days for one book. Okay. Harsh, is any syllabus update for 2024 November exam? No. So whatever was for May, it is going to be same for FRM November exam. Okay. No. Hassan, answering to your query, for level 3, you do need to solve mock exams. Okay, but you need to have high level of solving. And solving of those questions where you have to type, not the objective. Objectives are easy. You will be able to pick up. But the solving part is where major people fail. So focus on that. Okay. So the credit risk book in FRM is very difficult to revise. Can you have any tips related to it? Okay. See, right now, because of the new edition, definitely Rishabh, this book has become slightly tough. Okay. But there is a section over there, which is counterparty risk and beyond, from there till the end. Okay, from there till the end, do that first and then go to the other topics. Okay, especially the portfolio credit risk, even if you do not do much focus on that, that is okay, you will still be able to pick it up. Okay, because that is generally not tested in the exam. So I'll be coming up with video on FRM level 2 important concepts, but it is going to take some time for me to post it on the YouTube. But even if you do those concepts, it will be easy for you to clear the exam. All good? Hassan, I've answered the query. Rishabh, I've answered the query. Shikhar, FRM level 1. My book 2 is not well prepared, sir. Whether I should focus on remaining book 1, 3, 4 and revise it thoroughly. See, in one of the previous exam for FRM level 1, one of my students got 4th quartile in book 2, but he got 2nd quartile in all the other books. He cleared the exam. So I'm not saying you should completely neglect book 2. What you can do is open up the book 2, look at each chapter, see which chapter you're confident on, then you'll get an idea. There are 5 chapter, for example, or 4 chapter, which I'm not confident on. So out of book 2, make sure that the chapters which you are confident on, do again one revision so that you do not lose marks over there. Okay. And book 3, book 4, definitely you should focus because majority, 60% of the content is going to come from there. And I have also highlighted an important concept video for FRM level 1. So please make sure that you go through those concepts. All good? I hope everybody is clear and I have been able to answer the queries. Samlesh, Vijay, Hassan, Shikhar, Rishabh. Is there any other query? Because we're going to be closing the session in next 5 minutes. Any other queries, guys? How to prepare for level 2 quantitative management? It is difficult for me, and how to revise. See, level 2 CFA, if you're referring to that. See, I understand the concepts which are tested over there, which is related to regression, time series, then slightly big data. It is tough. See, I don't have a direct solution to it. That how should you only focus on, or how will you be? If you can go through some YouTube videos focusing on stats, because the content is not very tough. Okay, I think so, because they're not asking you to do calculation heavily. What they're asking you is the understanding, because even if you do regression, even if you do time series, you need a system. You need even Excel for doing that. But for the exam, they are testing your understanding. So look at what the model is doing, what the method is doing, and what is the output, and how do you analyze the output. I think so that is what can help you. Okay, I do not have a direct answer to your query right now. Okay, because when I teach, basically, so I ask them to follow a particular in a way I teach, so it might help them to understand the concept. Dheeraj, I am definitely planning to come every Tuesday, every Thursday. From first, any which ways, we have the next 8 days session, so that will be a live session. But the idea is to come every Tuesday and Thursday live. Yes. Rhea, answering to your query, what degree should I do along with FRM? If you're talking about graduation degree, BFM is very good, Bachelor's of Financial Management, because you'll be able to cover a lot of things which are there in FRM. So in your 3rd year of BFM, 2nd year of BFM, your FRM content will come. I understand, Samlesh. There is no practical way, because see, if anybody is teaching you for that content, he should teach using an Excel sheet. Okay, especially the regression. Then you will be able to understand, then you will be able to pick up. Where in Mumbai, most of the FRM firms are hiring, MNCs jobs are located. Malad, there is a Nirlon Park, definitely BKC, where majority of the companies are located. These 2 locations is what I know. Powai to a certain extent. Is it good idea to give both FRM and CFA if you're looking at long-term growth? Yes, FRM CFA combination is going to be very good in your career. So you can do it in this way. You can do FRM level 1, then CFA level 1, then CFA level 2. Then you can do either CFA level 3 or FRM level 2. The reason I'm saying FRM level 1 first, because the moment you do this, you basically get an opportunity. You are almost covering 40% of your CFA level 1 and CFA level 2. That's the reason I'm suggesting FRM level 1 first. Is BFM not good? See, BFM is more into accounting and FRM does not have accounting. Okay, it's not like that if you have done BFM and you're doing FRM, you will fail. It is not like that. The only question, the point of answering that query was that it helps you, because the content that you're reading is going to come in your graduation. Okay. So I hope I've been able to answer the queries and help you out in planning for your exam. Okay. I'll be doing similar sessions in the future also. So do join us. Okay. If you need guidance, do reach us on our WhatsApp number. We'll try to help you out. Okay. Obviously, I might not be able to speak to everybody, but definitely we'll try. Okay. The WhatsApp number is 981911 3780. Okay, me or my team member Robin will be able to guide you for the exam. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and do join us. Do subscribe to our channel. Okay, because we'll be coming live most often now. Okay, because there's a lot of exams which are going on. A lot of exams which are going to come now for May and August. So SCR, FRM, CFA. So we will be doing a lot of live sessions in the future. Okay. Thank you, guys. They are answering to your query. The final query: is it possible to do FRM in first year degree and complete charter? Yes, it is definitely possible. You can check my playlist. There are students who have cleared FRM level in the first year of college in first attempt. Okay, there is a student called Simran. She has been able to complete both the levels by the time she completed graduation, and she got the first job roughly around 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs also. That is a very good option. Okay, so that is possible. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining in. We're closing the session for today.